we're making one of my all-time favorite treats, Snickerdoodle cookie bars. These are buttery, rich, and topped with that perfect cinnamon and sugar sprinkle. The secret to making them irresistible is brown butter. And if you've never made it before, don't worry, because I've got a video on how to make brown butter, and I will link to that at the end of this video and down below. Here's what you'll need: flour, cream of tartar, baking soda, cinnamon, sugar, brown sugar, salt, vanilla, eggs, and of course our brown butter for the bars. And then for the topping, we'll need cinnamon and sugar and 6 ounces of white chocolate. That's about 1 cup of white chocolate chips. The full measurements and the instructions are in the recipe below. Just scroll down until you find it. First, whisk together your dry ingredients: flour, cream of tartar, baking soda, the salt, and the cinnamon. This keeps everything light and fluffy and evenly mixed. Now for the wet ingredients. I'm going to mix the brown sugar in with the granulated sugar, the white sugar, so that that's kind of evenly distributed. Add the brown butter to the sugar, and we're going to mix that until it's smooth and creamy. I'm going to add the vanilla, and I'm going to add the eggs. And I'll add the eggs one at a time. You can use a hand mixer, a stand mixer. I'm just going to use this little Dover beater because there's just not that much to do. So I'm going to mix this one egg in, and now I'm going to mix the second egg in. I'm going to beat this for about 3 minutes, whether I'm doing it by hand with this mixer or with the stand mixer or with the electric hand mixer. Now, generally, we fold the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, and I do suggest doing it that way this time. But I use too small of a bowl for the wet ingredients, so I am doing it the opposite way. And it'll still be fine. It's just usually easier if you do the dry ingredients into the wet rather than the other way around. We're going to gradually fold the dry ingredients in. We'll end up with a thick, irresistible dough that's just begging to be baked. What you're going to have when you've got it all mixed in is a very thick dough that is almost as thick as the dough you use for making the cookies. I've got my 13 by 9 inch pan sprayed. I have a layer of parchment paper in there, and I sprayed the parchment paper. You don't need the parchment paper, but for me, it's going to be easier to get it out so I can cut it in pretty squares. Just put your dough in there, and now you're going to spread the dough evenly in the pan. This is where the magic starts to happen, y'all. Now, if you're like me and you don't like stuff on your hands when you're working like this, just spray your fingertips with a little cooking spray and rub it in, and then perfect. The oil or whatever it is in the cooking spray keeps the dough from sticking to your hands. We just want to get an even layer. This isn't a super thick bar, so if you want it thicker, you could do it in a 9 by 9 inch square, and then you're going to need to just remember to bake it a little bit longer, okay? No snickerdoodle is complete without that delicious, spicy cinnamon sugar topping. We're going to sprinkle that right on now, and if you feel like you don't have enough, go ahead and double it if you like it. We're just going to smooth the cinnamon and sugar out evenly over the bars. At this point, we're going to pop this right in the oven for about 30 minutes or until the edges are golden, and an Insta-Read thermometer poked into the middle reads about 180 to 190 when it's inserted right there. Okay? And I'll see you back here in about 30 minutes. Well, y'all, these are just out of the oven, and you cannot imagine the smell in here. It smells so good. Cinnamony and sweet. Absolutely delicious. We're gonna let these cool before we cut them up. And let me tell you, they are totally worth the wait. Okay, y'all, these have cooled totally. And what I'm gonna do, I've melted the white chocolate and put it in a Ziploc bag, and I've cut the end off of it so that I can use it as a piping bag. And I am just gonna put a quick drizzle or swirl or whatever on these, just to make them kind of pretty. Sometimes it works better if you go all the way up like that. You don't want a lot of white chocolate on them, just enough to kind of give them a little extra oomph. I made these for my daughter-in-law for her birthday, so I'm mailing them out this afternoon. They'll be nice and fresh. And here they are, golden butter snickerdoodle cookie bars. Look at that soft, chewy center and all of that cinnamon and sugar on the top. So delicious. They're perfect for sharing, perfect for giving, or perfect for keeping for yourself. Y'all, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you are going to give these cookies a try. Y'all, these are just heavenly. If you love Snickerdoodles as much as I do, but you want something that's even easier, more foolproof, quicker, you've got to try these bars. They're perfect in the afternoon with your cup of coffee or on your Christmas cookie tray. However you want to serve them, just make sure you give them a try, okay? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the brown butter tutorial that's linked below so that you can make perfect brown butter for this, because it makes all the difference in the world. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time. I love y'all. Bye-bye.